Oh man, I was a little concerned there for a second. I was like, what happened to my camera? What's going on, family? I see people hitting the like button already. I love that. Listen, you're in for an exclusive today because I don't really see a whole lot of people, and that's okay. And that's okay. Oh yeah. We're gonna do a couple of things. All right. I'm gonna do a couple of things. I'm gonna do. So here's what it is. What's up, everybody? Simply Ball Dropping Podcast is here. Says there he is at Best Production on YouTube. Always appreciate you, Doc. NA is here at first. NA, we got to give you a medal, something for being here first. We appreciate you for coming through middle of the day here in the Central Time Zone. It's a little overcast today. It is warmer. Thank God it is warmer because it was crazy. So we're excited about that. But yeah. Oh, Stretford Sue, it's evening for you. Love from the UK. We appreciate you, sis. Thank you so much for coming through and hanging out. Always appreciate that. Morning motivation is on fire. Can I just say that again? Like, morning motivation is on fire. Absolutely amazing. What we're seeing happen in that space. I'm so excited about it. I don't even have that button, do I? I'm gonna hit publish here. So we're on my, well, let's go back to live. Boom. Wanderer is here. What's going on? 4 a.m. in the down under. You're a madman. You're a wild man. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. This is what I wanted to show. Let's make that bigger. And let's get our Pro Mouse going. Right. So this is what I wanted to show on the channel. I think it was a day or so ago. It says 1 day ago, but I don't think it was yesterday. Anyway, get my glasses behind the cord for the in-ear monitors. But yeah, I put out this question. I said, hey, what else would you like us to add to our weekly live video news? Choose an option below. And we have 12 votes so far, which is so great. I mean, engagement here is what's the name of the game. And 50% said how-to tutorial. So that is where we are. So that is what we are looking to do. Let me just kind of, set the ground rules for today, essentially. I mean, if you are with us today, we want to be able, let me go back. That wasn't the plan. But if you are with us today, we want to be able to get your questions answered. So if there's any questions you have whatsoever, this is the Coaching Corner with Kirk. We don't have a guest every other Wednesday. And on the other Wednesdays, we do have a guest. So people can't get people can't book the free session on these 2 Wednesdays a month. So this Wednesday is reserved for my audience. This is reserved for you, for all of you. If you have questions, it could be about morning motivation. It could be about, StreamYard, Restream, Ecamm Live, doesn't matter. So EVMux, it could be about any of that stuff. It could be about streaming. It could be about content planning. It could be about branding. It could be about thumbnails and titles, descriptions. It could be about anything. So value proposition, target audience. It could be literally about anything that's related to your content or anything that's related to what we do here at How It All Works. So would love for you to be able to, drop your questions in the chat with a Q in front of it. We're going to go for about an hour. But while there are no questions, I do want to ensure that I get 2 videos. Get this. I'm going to try and get 2 videos recorded. Oh, y'all, you haven't seen nothing yet. I'm going to try and get 2 videos recorded in this video. While live, I'm going to record 2 videos with Ecamm. I'm live with Ecamm, and then I'm going to record 2 videos with Ecamm. That's because it's an absolute game changer. And the 2 videos that I want to do, because I'm trying to cover 2 live video news episodes. So I want to put these tutorials in the live video news episodes. Let me, let's go back here. Let's go back one. So this is the screen. This is my screen. And of course you could see that we have the votes, and Wanderer says he didn't get his vote in yet. So Wanderer, head on over to youtube.com/Kirk Nugent, Kirk R. Nugent. Make sure you put the R in there. Click on the community tab, right? Community tab right there, community tab, and you'll see it's literally the first post right there. Boom. While Wanderer is doing that, and anybody else that hasn't gotten their votes in while they're doing that, I also want to make sure you are aware that we have this join button. This join button is here, and this is you can join channel membership if you want to be able to, assist us with living the dream of actually being full-time content creators and not having to do anything else. One of the systematic ways that you can do that is by supporting us here at the channel on a month-to-month basis. And so you have this join button right here. We'd love for you to be able to join us in membership. There are some stars and some things that are there as well. I'm also scrolling past. This is our poll for the day. I'm waiting for more feedback on this one, but I'm scrolling past it to show you this is a members only post right here. This is a members only post. And in this post, I'm sharing that one of the perks of membership is that you get access to a subgroup of my DIY video creators community. And that community is a $75 a month commitment. So there are members in the community who are not members on YouTube. They've been members in the community for a while, and they have access to, the full community. But you as members on YouTube get a subgroup access to this community as well, which means you'll be able to have access to our once a month meetup on First Fridays, which we did a couple weeks back, I should say, for January. So definitely wanted to make sure you guys get a chance to check that out as well. A lot of things coming. Just keep it locked. We're gonna make sure that all those things are here on the platform for you. In fact, I'm going to take a second here and log in to Kajabi so you can actually see what the community group looks like, and then you can actually say, I would love to be able to be a part of that. Well, I want you to be a part of it too, so that's why I want you to be able to see it. And so let's go to community here. Boom, community. Go to community is what I need to do. All right, and so boom, this is community group here. YouTube members. Boom. Yeah. So let's go back to the page. This is what the community group looks like. There are challenges. If you go to challenges, I'm going to click on see all. We're talking shared resources here. This is where I share cool tools, utilities, websites, platform services that help to get the job done. And not only me, others in the community are able to share resources in there as well. Here we share our wins, land a big client, book a speaking gig, secure a brand deal, or achieve personal goals. Share it here. Ask the community if you're stuck, need advice, looking for ideas, share your questions. This is what the full group has access to. And so even as a member on YouTube, you can gain access to this group as well. And so, of course, you can go ahead and introduce yourself. There's some cool things there. A couple of things in the feed that we can look at, but it kind of mimics that whole Facebook type of vibe, but specifically for our own community. Here is Florence Donald. This is Equip Institute. And I'm excited to share that she has joined the membership. Join membership on YouTube, which means she actually has access to the group. And here you see, this is the upcoming meetup, Friday, February 2nd. Monthly meetup is where we can get your questions answered, hear updates from other creators, and get insight and perspective. So this is a really cool setup, really cool scenario, and we're excited to be able to bring it to you. Let me refresh this page real quick, see if there's any more answers that have been provided. now that we got a couple people joining us live. I see 13 votes now. So Wanderer, I see you you went and voted for the how-to content. He says votes are in. Vote is in. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out today. And for those that are just joining, this is the coaching corner, and I'm going to do that, kind of station identification a couple of times throughout our time together today. But this is the coaching corner. This is your opportunity to ask whatever questions. I put out a lot of videos, and sometimes the video gets you across the line and we see and we hear that feedback, but there are times where we hear questions. People will come back and say, well, what about this? You didn't touch on this in the video, or I'm having this particular issue and you kind of touch on it, but not quite. And so can you help me with this? Definitely want to help you with those. And the coaching corner twice a month, every other Wednesday is the time where we are able to kind of bring those questions together. So if you want to ask a question, just put a Q and a colon in front of it. We're going to get that question answered today. But while there are no questions, there's always no, at the beginning of the stream, it takes a little bit. Hey, what's going on their next podcast? He says it's solid. But while there are no questions, we definitely want to ensure that we get a couple things taken care of for the community. I'm trying to this is dual purpose time, right? So I'm trying to double down, right? I'm here live. My only agenda is to answer your questions, but I also want to ensure that, I get some work done. If you don't have any questions, I want to get some work done. So what I'm going to do is rearrange my screen a little bit here so I can kind of see what's going on. Boom, boom, boom. And I got my comments on my teleprompter because I want to be able to see when you guys are cutting up. There we go. I see your comments now. All right. And then, so the first video I'm going to do, now let's see how I'm going to do this. So let's come here to this and the recording. And so we're recording camera A. Boom. So we're recording camera A here, which is cool. But I actually don't want it to be like that. It doesn't matter. We'll get it in there any one way or the other. Trust me when I say it's just a matter of figuring out what the best thing is going to be. And I'm pretty certain I can figure this out. So those are some of the other pieces there. No, here it is. Recording. What does that look like? That looks okay. And yeah, that'll do it right there. Boom. So I'm actually going to steal this and put this up right next to boom. So we have that, and we'll publish that. Go back to live video, and I feel like there's a camera. Let's get rid of that camera. All right, cool. So now you're just seeing my desktop. There's the desktop. And so first little video I want to do, this is a quick one. So I'm just going to give it a little pause here. What's up, news fam? So excited to have you guys with us. I am going to show you a quick tip today that has helped me with my scheduling for either myself or for my clients, especially when you have shows that are on a regular basis. Sometimes you have to put similar information in the description as you schedule them for being live. One of the things that I've shared with you in the past is that I use Restream as my method of putting out content. So whether I'm using Ecamm or whatever else, I still use Restream to schedule that content, especially if I'm going to multiple destinations. I just like being able to use Restream for that. One of the quick things I want to show you here is that on your dashboard in Restream, which is where we are right now, you have an arrow next to your name right here of the top corner, right? You have this arrow. And so that arrow, you click that down, and these are all the teams that you are a part of. But in addition to that, you can actually click on manage team, and you have some team members that you have that are there. So you can delegate access to those team members so that they can schedule your live shows if need be. So that's one quick thing to keep in mind. But here is the hack. If you go to your events, so on that left side of the screen, you have a couple of different icons that are there. You have the home, you have the live shopping, you have events, video storage, and team. We're going to go to events. We go to events, and in events now there are nothing. There's no upcoming events, but I know that I'm going to be doing a live stream for my church tonight for prayer meeting. So I'm going to go to past events because we've done this before. And I'm going to look for, boom, there it is, Wednesday night. That was last Wednesday night, prayer meeting, January 17. Today is the 24th. So boom. So we click on this, we click on more actions, we click on duplicate. That's the hack. Clicking on duplicate is the hack. Now it gives me everything, including the thumbnail, including the description, all of the things that I would need to schedule this as for the live stream now. But instead of having to type it from scratch, I get all of the information right here in front of me. So I can say, okay, Pastor Paul Goodridge is going to be the speaker. And I usually, put that in there. OEC prayer meeting. Boom. We can change that out. 20. Let me do that here. January 24. Boom. Control C and V. All right. Prayer meeting will be online tonight. We continue under the theme reset hosted by, and it's actually just me. So I'm going to boom, get rid of that. And boom, with music by boom, 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 boom. And we change this part to, only thing that I would recommend is that you read through everything. So all the rest of this stuff is there. So I'm just going to click Control A, Control C, so that I have all of that copied. So, because sometimes when you change the date or if you change the thumbnail, it will actually change what you're looking to do. So boom, let's go here. This is going to be at 7 p.m. And that is actually to the right date, or you could just go in there and click and choose the date. And then you can go to replace your thumbnail. So when you go to replace the thumbnail, now I'm just going to pick a random one. It isn't the correct one, but I'm just going to pick a random one. Let's see here. Which one would be good? Not that, not that. All right, this will work. So I'll pick this random one. It's going to ask me, do you want to crop it? I'm going to say no. It's at the right size. Now, once I've done that, notice, I think for the most part, everything has stayed except the date and time. So I do need to go back and make that time adjustment again. Just keep that in mind. You want to make sure after you've changed the thumbnail, or maybe you want to change the thumbnail first. After you change the thumbnail, you go back through, you set that to where you want it to be. When I click next, it's going to ask me what destinations I want to stream to. It already has the two that we previously streamed to this previous event. It knows that, it saved it. And when you click duplicate, it already has that already in there. And so boom, there's a YouTube on the top and then Facebook there. I'm done. That's it. I click create event and now the event is created, and I didn't have to go through all of the things that, coming up from scratch, typing through all of those details to be able to create this event. Now, if you don't use Restream, maybe use StreamYard or something else, it's a similar process that you can go through, find those past ones, duplicate it, and then be able to use that for the new event that you need to create. I'm going to close this because I do not want to actually create this event. That event is already being created elsewhere, but I did want to be able to show that to you, and I hope that is useful for you for your news this week. And we are excited to be able to share these types of tips and tools. Let us know on the YouTube channel when we have more polls, what other types of content you would like to see. All right. And with that, we go back here. And so I don't see y'all talking. Y'all not talking. No questions. But I just shared with you a entire hack. And now that video is included in this one, I can just snip that part out and add it to the live video news. One video done. This is what I love about being able to come to this community and do what we need to do. Okay. Clients are messaging. It's not a bad thing. So talk to me in the comments. 80 of you guys on the live today. Did you know that about Restream? Are you familiar with that little utility of duplicate? Talk to me. 6 of you guys in the comments. What do we, yeah. Let me know what your questions are. How do you do it? Maybe you do it in a different way. Maybe I can share that, but we can crowdsource some stuff. I'm also going to show something in Canva in just a second here. Yeah. I feel like my comments have stopped. Let me go back over here. Let's go to the YouTube channel. Of course there's an ad. Nope. Comments have not stopped. We just got a quiet team today. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I don't mind it being quiet because that means I can continue on. If you have any questions whatsoever, just, don't hesitate to ask your questions, because we'd love to be able to answer those and get you across the line. If you feel stuck in any way in your content journey, in your live streaming journey, in your business, in whatever way, whatever your projects might be for the day, we'd love to be able to engage with you and hear a little bit more about what you got going on. For those that are just joining us, I know several are kind of coming in and out as it is midday. This is the Coaching Corner with Kirk. I'm excited to be here with you, and your questions are literally our agenda. But I do have some other things that I can do. If you if you don't have questions, I definitely have some things I want to be able to showcase. I want to be able to do today. So we just showcased one of them, which is the little hack in Restream. It's a little one. It's not big, but it's a little one, and it's definitely something that I'm excited to be able to share. Another hack that I'd like to be able to share with you guys is what I do when I'm doing a vertical stream with Restream. Now, why am I saying with Restream? Because with Restream, I'm looking to utilize that feature of being able to go from wide to what's the term, from wide to from 16:9 to 9:16 and back again fairly simply and easily without ever having an issue. So one of the things that I'm showcasing now, let's get rid of that. Okay. All right. I don't know why it's looking like that. All right. Boom. Boom. All right. All right. My other computer is in that system as well. But yeah, so let's take a look at it real quick. So let's go back to our screen so you can actually see this. Now, in Restream, this is a vertical stream, and the way that I can switch back and forth is by going to the orientation option right here in the bottom corner. Bottom left corner, you have the option to go with the portrait orientation, or hey, what's up, K-Walk Comedy? So good to have you here. Or we can go with the wide one. So boom, now we have a wide one. And so we'll also go back to the other one. All right. Now, why does this look like this? How come this is all branded? That's because I was able to set up, not a QR code. I was able to set up a background. So I'm going to turn that background off. And this is what it looks like natively. So you can go, instead of clicking on portrait orientation, landscape orientation, this will work like this. You will stream just like this. You can stream in your 9:16 with the wide version just like this. But if you don't want to stream like that, if you want it to take up the whole screen and have that cropped look, you simply change the layout here on the bottom. So if I click on this cover layout, see what happens. Boom. Now, I'd have to kind of adjust a little bit to, be in the middle of the shot, which probably is not a bad thing because it works for my other video as well. But this this is what it looks like in Restream when you're streaming in 9:16. So if I go back to the other layout, it gives me the wide version. And so there are times where so in my case, where let's say I'm using this to broadcast an event, and one of the camera shots is multiple people on a stage, I can't use this view because this is going to crop out some of the people who are actually supposed to be in the shot. I actually need to use this view. But maybe from after the panel discussion is done, I go to another, maybe a plenary or a breakout session or a keynote where there's one speaker on stage. And so all the cameras are trained on that one speaker. And generally in production, those cameras are trying to keep that speaker in the center. And so what I end up doing is cropping in on that, because now I know I can crop in, but you have to be able to know when you can, somebody's going to have to physically be manning this. And that's the hack, really, is just being able to crop in when you have one speaker, but give those who are watching on a vertical platform like Instagram or TikTok, that give them the wide view, which of course has that black thing on the bottom and the top, but give them the wide view so that they can see the whole stage when that's necessary. So that is actually one hack that I think will absolutely benefit you. But the piece that I wanted to show in Canva is how to design something like this, where you have a branded background, so that when you do show the the wide version, so the 16:9 on your 9:16 stream, when you do show that, you can actually have something on the top and the bottom, so it's not just a black screen. So it looks intentional. So as I move back and forth, boom, it's like, okay, they just zoomed in on the speaker. Oh, well, okay, now the speaker's actually pointing to something, so they want a wider shot. And so you still have this thing branded. And so I'm gonna go over here to Canva, and I'm gonna go to my vertical. One of these are vertical. Not that one. This is what happens when you got multiple people working in the same account. I really don't see that vertical one, y'all. All right. There's there's this. Oh, story/reel. There it is. So that's what we named it, unfortunately. And this is the design that I used. So I've got the logos here. Do I have this set to, it's 100%. So let's make that bigger. So I have the logos here. There's, this whole logo thing is also, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. There's 4 pieces here, but I've actually grouped them together. And you can see here that I can ungroup them as well. I've put a little, background. I just grabbed the picture and dragged it in there. Then I have this white square. That I have put into the system at the exact location where I know my video will be. And so that kind of gives a little bit of a border around that video, which is a nice little touch. But maybe you don't want that border. Okay, let's get rid of it. And we just have this here on the bottom, and we can click share, download, 1080 by 1920 PNG. We're not going to do transparent. I'm not going to download everything, just going to download the current page, hit done, download. And then now that downloads, and we can go back to Restream, go into our upload section. And once that comes up, boom, boom, we are uploading that updated background that does not have the white squares, and boom, there you go. So now it doesn't have the white square on it, which is fine. But it still looks like it's an intentional thing, even though, it's a wide video that is being used for a tall stream. If I click on that again, you can see that comes back. Click on that again, you can see how that works out. So that is another hack, another how-to that we wanted to share with you here at How It All Works. Boom. We did another video. That's 2 videos down. You guys are phenomenal. I love hanging out with you guys. All right, let me see. I got a question from Ibrahim. What's going on, man? Thank you so much for coming through. So Ibrahim says, Kirk, are you familiar with Prism Live Studio? What do you think about this software? I am very familiar with it. I can't tell you how many people have sent me messages about Prism and the fact that it's, of course, free. Prism. I actually was playing with it maybe a month or so ago. Something like that. So there is a stream anytime and anywhere, and it is supposed to be very intuitive. There's a mobile app. There's a number of really cool things coming out of Prism. So definitely going to be doing some content on that as well. Probably what I'm going to do is a live test of it. I'm just going to do a live test of it. So look out, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, because I'll be doing a live test of that at some point. It falls squarely, in my opinion, in the tier 3 category, because it is a product that you do have to download onto your computer or onto your mobile device. So in my opinion, they've already gone a level up from some of the other applications, because they have the mobile device. So there's a lot there to cover, and I'm interested. I'm actually excited to be able to put out a series of videos kind of covering what Prism is doing, similar to what we did when EV first dropped. I want to be able to cover it, showcase what that platform is all about, how it all works, as they say, as we say, I should say. But yeah, thank you so much for bringing that up, Ibrahim. You were gonna hear about a lot about it from me in just a little bit. But yeah, Prism Live Studio is smart broadcasting on the Mac. I see it. The Mac version has been released. This is another thing that a lot of people were waiting on, was for them to release the Mac version. But yeah, Prism. I want to say the backbone of Prism is OBS. I want to say that the backbone is OBS, but I can't, I'm not 100% sure. So, but yeah, I'm going to do like I said, I like to do a deep dive on these things, do my research, make sure that I have the full understanding of what the benefits are, what's the value proposition of this product, as opposed to some of the other products, especially those that we're so used to using. Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, it looks like it's full featured. It looks like it's full featured. Yeah. And they have a blog as well. I thought they had a blog. Maybe not. Might be a good way to kind of take a look and see how that would work, or how that would look. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He says that's right. OBS. So yeah. And, looks like this is definitely something I have to do. Like I said, I've got to do my due diligence. I got to do my research on it to make sure that, we are able to, oh, wow, that we're able to kind of put it through its paces and see exactly what the value proposition of it is. So I'm excited for it, man. I'm happy for how they've set it up. I don't know, if it looks like there might be some scenes in there as well. I just want to kind of get in there and figure out what the methodology is. And I'm going to probably be doing that live here pretty soon. Maybe we'll do a late night stream on Thursday or something. But keep it locked, and we'll definitely be able to check that out. Thank you so much for bringing it up. Again, it's been on my to-do list. Maybe I need to move that to the front of the line. But it's definitely been something that I have heard a lot about, and definitely would like to. It looks like you can stream up to 6 destinations. You can definitely stream in 4K. It is built on. It's a locally installed application, so that's something to be mindful of. Yep, it looks like they're really kind of going after that Twitch streamer community. A lot of gamer type things there, but of course, there are ways for it to still be utilized by, you know, businesses, you know, content creators, or anybody else. So, you are on it, man. You are on it. So many good things. So many good things going on here. All right. Drawing mode, cool. Chat windows enable real-time interaction with viewers. That's cool. So I mean, it just it doesn't look like it's that much different than what we are used to. If you've ever played with OBS, it's actually a very robust software. But I think, you know, I've said this many times about OBS. You get what you pay for. So keep that in mind, you know, and like I said, I will give you much more of my thoughts on it when I'm able to kind of kick the tires and play with it a little bit and see what we got going on. But yeah, any other questions? We've done a good amount here today. I've actually been able to kind of showcase a couple of things, show you some tutorials, record 2 videos in the midst of our live stream, which is pretty cool. So definitely excited about that. Anything else that you might have questions on? We still got like 20 minutes to go in our live stream today. 20 minutes. Isn't that awesome? 20 minutes to go. 20 minutes. Anybody have anything else that they're wanting to do? Any questions that you want to have answered while we are getting some things situated? All right, cool. Listen, it doesn't have to be the whole time in order for us to get it going here. So, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited with you. And let's see. Let me just go scroll back through here. 14 of you guys on the live. What? So people, my assumption is that people are watching while they are doing other things, because the comment section is flat. But there are, you know, there's good engagement. There's good people on the live today. Just not as many people chatting. So that's cool. That's cool. I need to get a couple. Let me do this. Yeah, we have at least one video. Nope, that one was already done too. We're supposed to be sharing. Yes, that is a major one. So let's see if we can't get that done real quick. Yes, K-Walk says watching and working. I love it. Yeah, but we're supposed to be sharing our Why I Go Live podcast on the How It All Works Facebook page. So I'm actually getting ready to schedule those out for the next couple of weeks, for the next week, so that by next Thursday, when the next episode of the podcast drops, that it would have been caught up. So we're going to do one every other day for the next week, essentially. So one today, one Friday, one on Sunday, one on Tuesday, and then we'll be caught up by Thursday. So every other day, we're going to post one of our videos. So let's go to the page itself and let's do a quick post. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. This whole, anybody else annoyed with the whole like meta business thing? K-Walk says, I'm a sponge. I'm soaking it all up. I just got new job responsibilities that include programming 4 hours of podcast content. It's like the district is finally tapping into my passions. Yes. I love when that kind of thing happens, when you have that convergence. Michael Fleming says, I'm watching from Dallas, the school district. Thank you so much for watching with us. Truly appreciate you. And, you know, the support is definitely felt. But like I said, I'm getting it in as well. I'm excited to be able to share. Oh, on their next podcast, it's let's all throw Brother Kirk some likes, fam. Oh my word. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for doing that. That would be awesome. I would love some likes. All right, let me go to we're here for today. We need to go to, there we are. So let's go to YouTube videos. This is going to be interesting. Videos, why go live? But there's only 3 in there. And those are not the 3 that I want to post. I need to post the other ones. Let's see where I can find those. Let's go. All right, boom. Why I go live. All right. All right. Okay, that's 1. So that's 9. 7. The one I'm missing is Chris Stone. Okay. MP3. Yeah. You guys are seeing my whole desktop now. But yeah, I am missing one. I've got this one. So those 3. I've got 7, 8, 9. I don't have the one for Chris Stone. What did I do with that one? Yo, David Hunt says, we here. Appreciate you. I don't want to download it that way. Yeah. This is why. This is one of the reasons why you got to have your stuff situated properly. We going. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just start with Dwayne Wood and see what I can come up with. Okay. Duck race. If you want more comments, if we have more comments and questions, maybe you can convince Kirk to have a duck race. Oh my word. I don't mind doing a duck race. If everybody puts a Y in the comments, I'll do a duck race. Yeah. We'll do a duck race. Now the duck race will not be for anything. You know, what I mean by that is you're not going to win anything from the duck race, but yeah. Micah Flemings has a question. So Micah, help me to know what drive. Sorry, let me turn off. Help me to know what streaming platform you're using. What streaming platform are you using for your duck race? Not for your duck race. Oh my gosh. For what streaming platform are you using where you're saying, I don't know how to stream to LinkedIn? Definitely share that, and that will give me some marching orders to be able to provide some assistance. Okay. Oh. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. We got that. I'm on StreamYard. I go on LinkedIn Live plus YouTube. Ashley Schuler says, okay, cool. Yeah. So Micah, share with us what you're doing, which platform you're using, and I can tell you how to go live to LinkedIn. Yeah, I'm not sure how to go live on LinkedIn. What should I do? You want to integrate, you want to add your LinkedIn profile to your account. So if I go, let's go back to let's go back to our scene here. And so you have destinations in StreamYard. If you click on destinations, you can click add destination. And of course, you have a LinkedIn profile and a page. Now, you can't go live to your page if you don't have, I think it's 150 follows. So if you like have a business page or whatever, you can't go live unless you have 150 follows. They also have a quick guide here as well in terms of how to live stream to different destinations. I think that's pretty cool. Repurpose, you can also do that as well. Anyway, LinkedIn profile, and then you would just simply grab what you need there and add that to your system. Now I already have my LinkedIn profile added here. So my Kirk, my personal profile, and then also my LinkedIn company page. So both of those are there. Then from the time these are added like this, then it would just be a matter of actually creating a stream. Like here's a live stream. And then in my destinations list, I now have LinkedIn and LinkedIn. LinkedIn doesn't allow you to do more than one LinkedIn destination. So boom, there you would be able to just select your LinkedIn profile, put in your details, maybe schedule it for later, say what date and time, upload a thumbnail. It's all here. It's all here. Let me see what this one is. Yeah, that's cool. It's all here. You'd put in your thumbnail, and apply, boom, create the live stream, and you'd be off and running with your LinkedIn live show. It can be that simple. Similarly, if you want to edit destinations on Restream, you can just click here, go add channels. Then you can go to LinkedIn, boom. Once you click on that, it's going to ask you to log into your LinkedIn account. And once you log in there, it'll come back and add your destination to your platform. And you can see here, I have a couple of client destinations. This is a client destination here. That's a LinkedIn one. Here's my business LinkedIn. I know my LinkedIn up there. It is. There's my personal LinkedIn. And once I click those, it's just a matter of actually now creating an event. So schedule an event. And once I decide, whether I'm going to use Restream Studio or Encoder RTMP, doesn't matter. I put the names in there and I can select the destinations for that event as well. So there are many ways to be able to accomplish it. I just need to know which platform you're looking at, Micah Flemings, but I hope that we got you across the line regardless, because it's just a matter of adding that destination in. And then once you add that destination, you can then schedule a live stream or just add it into the destinations and just go live immediately. Right. So you have that option as well. So, yeah, on their next podcast, this is fire. I'm glad that it is helpful to you. I'm glad that it is helpful to you. So that's cool. We did download. Nope, that's not the one. We did download. At least I thought I was downloading. The plan was to download. Oh, here it is. The plan was to download the Why I Go Live podcast episode. And then once I have that downloaded, I'll be able to go through and make some needed changes. That's day 30. That's day 30. I don't need that there. Let's do size. Dang. Question for LinkedIn: what's the threshold for a personal profile? I think they've opened it up. There used to be some requirements for a personal profile, but I believe they've opened it up so that you no longer have to meet a specific requirement. But I do believe it is helpful to make sure your profile does have some kind of a creator mode or something like that turned on. This is what I've been told. But I got approved for LinkedIn back when it was very difficult to get approved. You had to go through an application process and all this other stuff. So definitely want to make sure that you kind of follow that through and make sure that you have that some of those things in place. But yeah, everybody's trying to open it up for people to be able to stream. So yeah, nowadays they're trying to make it a little bit easier, if that makes sense. All right, so here we go. Upload from desktop. No, we're not putting this on Instagram. Just to how it all works, Facebook page. And we do need to go over here. Hey, Equip Institute, what's going on? We appreciate you coming through and hanging out. Always good. All right, that's good there. To get so let's go to back to Facebook. We're getting some work done today. Just getting some work done today. You know, nothing too special. All right, we got that there. All right, we're going to upload an image for our thumbnail. You didn't know you could do all of this on Facebook, did you? Yes, you can. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. All right, so here, Why I Go Live podcast. Boom. Entrepreneur, medical doctor. So Facebook does not like when you put links in the description. So I always try to make sure I take that out. And let's go. Boom, Control C there. Let's add a title for our video. All right. This episode 7 of the Why I Go Live podcast. We're not going to test the thumbnails, but you can see the thumbnail there. See the thumbnail there. Next, I'm sending a couple of sample graphics to your team today to get your perspective for Feb. Oh, okay. I love that. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for that. We got captions here. That's going to be fine. Next. Says it's checking the video. Blah, 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 blah. We're going to click share schedule because I do, even though I do want it to post today, I want it to post at the podcast posts on Thursdays. But I'm going to post this today. So we're going to post this today at, I believe it's 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Oh, no expiration date. Hey. Listen, you guys didn't miss a whole lot. It's been a very quiet day. People are not, people are not asking a lot of questions, which is fine. But I shared with everybody that the idea behind the coaching corner with Kirk is I put out videos. Many of you have used some of those videos to be able to take your live streaming or your content creation to the next level. And so I come live 2 times a month just for the purposes of answering your questions. The other 2 Wednesdays, I also have somebody on with. Now, when I have somebody, an actual coaching client that's going to be live with us on the coaching corner, it is difficult to then also answer your questions on those sessions. So we reserve 2 Wednesdays a month, not just, really more so for the community to come together. I can share announcements and different things like that, but also I can kind of move things off. Now, one of the things I did showcase earlier, and I don't think either David or Florence was here for this. Let's go back here. Is this post that we put on our YouTube page, asking what else would you want to see in the live video news videos. For our newsletter subscribers, you get live video news in your inbox every Monday. If you haven't signed up for our mailing list, you might want to do that. You can get your live video news in your inbox. But then I just ask, we've been having such fun with this. What else would you want to see as part of the live video news? and 54%. Let me refresh this. We have 13 replies, 15 votes. Whoa, 15 votes. So 15 votes now. And then many of the overwhelming winner is that people wanted to see some more how-to/tutorial content. And so we actually put that, Florence says, I answered that poll. So we actually put that, I wasn't aware of any of these functions. Oh, wow. You weren't aware of these functions. What, talk to me a little more on their next podcast. I want to hear some more from you as well. And I see your question, Florence. I'm going to chat with you just a second. But yeah, I wanted to be able to share this. So once I saw that people wanted me to add that kind of content, I was like, okay, well, if there are no questions, then I'm going to go over some functionality that most people don't know. And so one of the things I did a video, I literally did a video on like this. I went to this scene, right? And we went to Restream, and I actually did a video. I recorded in the live show. I recorded a video where I walk through how you can go to events, go to your past events, which is right here, and then duplicate an event. Like say for this is our event for this past Sabbath. I can go here and duplicate this event. And when you do that, all of the verbiage is still here. So I don't have to go and find that document and copy paste it back in here again. I can just edit this for what's coming up in the next week. And if maybe you're not like me, maybe you don't have a live show on a regular basis. I have to schedule. I mean, you guys know I go live Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I go live multiple times a week for myself and for clients. And so I had to find ways to be able to duplicate those things, because a lot of times I'm using similar descriptions. So these are some of the things that I've been able to do, and I'm able to add these things here. I have another hack that I'll share maybe in another coaching corner, which is the way I do my links, but that's a whole nother thing for another time. But that was one of the things I wanted to share. And then we also went here and showcased a vertical background for Restream. So we built this out together, and then I went into Restream and actually uploaded that to the system. So yeah, there's no shortage of fun that we've been having here today with the community. We've been having some fun. Let me see here. All right. So Equip Institute says, let's put this up on screen. On Facebook, when you schedule and need to modify the title or description or a second stream, how do you merge those? How do you? I'm not catching the full question. If you could type it one more time for me, Florence. On Facebook, when you schedule, all right, let's pause there. Then you need to modify the title or description. But then you said a second stream, and then you want to merge them. I don't know what you mean. So if you schedule a live stream and then you want to modify it, well, first of all, how did you schedule it? And I can tell you this right now. If you are scheduling your live streams with Facebook, you're doing life the hard way. You're doing life the hard way. I would recommend that you stop doing that and you start scheduling with your streaming platform, because it is like 10,000 times easier. So I don't know what I missed some of the functionality, some of the crux of the question, but I would love to be able to answer it if you can give me some more details. On their next podcast is a really heavy game. I don't know why it's taking so long to come up. A new fan wasn't aware of any of these functions, which I would love to know on their next, which functionality you're referring to, because I would love to be able to about some of those things, man. Can you duplicate events in StreamYard? Let's find out. Let's find out. You ask, we're gonna go and check. I think you can, but I don't know. I've never had to duplicate events in StreamYard. I don't use StreamYard I don't use it often enough to schedule events. So, but I'd use Restream maybe 20 times a week. So I'm constantly using that one. Let's go to our screen here. So here you have your normal studios, but you can go to past studios and you cannot duplicate the event. You can't duplicate the event. So that's that is in my opinion, that's a limitation. That is a missed opportunity that StreamYard has done, because if by just being able to duplicate the event, you're able to save yourself so much time. Because like, look, if I go into, I mean, you can't even view it anymore. You can't even view it anymore. I can't even reschedule the stream. It's not. Yeah. So to answer your question, David, you can't. But Florence, I don't know if we got your question answered or not. You're saying awesome, thank you, but I would love to be able to just confirm that we were able to kind of get you across the line there. I hope that we were, because this is a community event. Where are we at in here? We're at 1 o'clock. So I am already over my time, but I am going to finish this podcast. I'm going to finish getting this podcast scheduled. This is it at 6 p.m. There we go. Community from Live Video Supplements, Medical Solution for Patients, episode 7 with Dwayne Wood. Oh, but you know what is not there? What's not there is the title of the podcast. So I'm going to click show more here. Don't want that. Glad to hear that, Florence. Cool. Don't want to do that either. Optimize, they say. Nope. We go to share. Here we go. I do want to create a playlist. Create new playlist, and we want to call this I Go Live Podcast. Z on that. Let's go back over here. There is a description for the Why I Go Live podcast. Back over here. Okay. The Why I Go Live podcast explores This would be interesting. Do I have that graphic? Not on this machine. Just got to know where your stuff is, y'all. Got to know where your stuff is. How it all works. Images. I know I uploaded it here, so I'm just going to go cheat. Demolition News is on the live. I see your question I see your comments. I'm coming to them in just a second. There it is. I don't want to add it. I want to download it. Did you know you can download from Canva? It's a whole game. Just listen. It's a whole unlock. It's a whole unlock code. Okay. Oh man, Demolition News, you're just so kind, man. I appreciate you, sir. Just want to say that I am grateful for all your insight and wisdom. I have found it invaluable, and I am sure I am not alone. David Hunt says, you are not alone. On their next podcast, it says Canva. Okay, hold on. Let me grab on their next. He says, hey, Kirk, I've seen animations that come across the bottom of screens directing folks to subscribe and hit the notification with audio chimed. What free / low cost software do you recommend? I don't recommend you create those. I recommend you buy those and use them. That's what I recommend. I recommend you just find the free animations. I'm going to show you a couple of pages here in just a second. Now we're going to create this playlist. Playlist is created. So now we have to select that playlist to add this video to it. And okay, we've got to go back to create, and we'll say we got to put here Why I Go Live podcast episode 007. Okay. Yeah. Next. 24, 6 p.m. schedule. One done. I've got 3 more to go. Now, so we say done on that. Maybe later. So 1 is done. I've got to schedule 1 for Friday. Now let me come back over here. There is a, not Envato. Pixabay was 1. Thought there was a couple others, but Pixabay is 1. See, I'm gonna highlight this here. I'll put this in the comment section just for on their necks, not on their necks. Yeah, was that? Am I saying that right? Yeah. Are we able to splice and rearrange clips in the StreamYard editing system? Splice and rearrange. No, you're able to repurpose. So anything that you've recorded with StreamYard, or if you're live streamed it with StreamYard, it keeps a copy of it. And you'll be able to do some things with that. So check this out. The link I just sent you has all these animations on here, and these animations are free. So it's just a matter of grabbing whichever one you like. All right. That's 1 right there. And you can see here it says what? Download. So I recommend just grabbing them like that. That's what I recommend. And depending on what your video editor is, you can add them into your video without the black background. But also, depending on what your streaming platform is, you might be able to use them there as well. So if we go into the library of StreamYard, I can't take a clip from this one and add it to this one. Only thing I can do is edit them individually. Anything that I want to be able to put them together, I would have to bring them into some other editing software at that point to be able to actually put them together. So this is really more so for repurposing. If I have a podcast or a recording or a live show that I want to clip some pieces out of, maybe I use the marker, and using the marker, I was able to highlight some different places in the live show where I want to be able to go back to. One of the things that was in the video that I just did. I think I'm preempting myself. No. It's on there. Let me go back to my page here. Yeah, StreamYard goes vertical. Let's go back to the other page. Go to the watch page. I just want to make sure that I already said that I've already released this video. So yeah, StreamYard goes vertical. Huh. What did I do? Okay, let's go to videos. So StreamYard goes vertical, but I thought there was a transcript video that I had done. This is what happens when you get your schedule mixed up. Yeah, that's what it is. I haven't released it yet. It's on tap to be released. It's right here. StreamYard transcripts. And I kind of show you how to utilize, I'm not going to say much more on this one, but this is going to drop next Sunday. I thought it dropped already, but it didn't. So that's on me. All right. But next Sunday, I'm going to kind of go through how to utilize transcripts to be able to edit your videos. So some really cool things coming on that. I hope that you're subscribed on their next podcast, because I really feel like that one is going to get you across the line. If you're using StreamYard, we got some really cool ones coming out. We have one on Instagram, how to stream to Instagram from all the different platforms. We have this one, of course, this one for transcripts, but there's a lot of other content we have on StreamYard. So definitely want to make sure you keep it locked here for that. All right, let me see what else we got. Did I miss anybody? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. And I'm over my time. So I definitely want to I want to get going. So I got some other appointments coming up. So yeah, I definitely want to get some things going here. But I can't thank you guys enough. Has anybody heard or seen George Canellis? George Canellis is supposed to, I have it on my calendar that he has a podcast or a live show coming up today. Let me go and look at his YouTube channel while we're all here. George Canellis. Maybe did I type his name incorrectly? Yep, I got him now. I did type it incorrectly. Okay, so I see his channel. I see 75 subscribers. George, what's going on, bro? Brody, what's going on, man? Somebody tag George. I have on my calendar today that George is supposed to go live this afternoon. Hey, Brian Jones, what's going on, man? Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us today. Okay. I don't know. But anyway, George Canellis, doesn't look like we have, well, I don't see anything scheduled, so maybe he has it private or something, but I have it on my calendar that today George is actually going live. Man, there's 20 of you guys on the live right now. Well, I should be getting offline, but I just kind of feel like, man, 20 people. What's going on, fam? I'm trying not to drink with the meal, and I ate right before we went live. So I was looking at the time frame. I was like, oh snap, I'm actually free to drink now. I got to wait like a half hour. Yeah, listen, it's a new year, man. We're trying to do some things. Brian says, doing well, man. God bless. Same to you. Same for you. Thank you. I'm going to open up a window. That made absolutely no difference whatsoever. It is dark outside. I thought it was, usually I have my blackout curtains open, and usually like opening that window, that curtain would just kind of change the ambiance here. I'll show you what I mean. So that's the blackout curtain that I just opened is that one. And of course it's dark outside, so nothing. It did nothing to my setup, nothing to my design, nothing. I just thought that was hilarious. For those that are still hanging out with us today, man, 19 of you guys on the live. I love it. On their neck says, keep cooking, man. Keep cooking. I love it. Let's go. I'm just going to pull this down some. Yeah, this is the Insta360, man. So you guys can see my whole mess here, but I'm going to go over to the side some. You can see this is the whole joint, man. You see the whole thing here. I'm just giving you a little virtual tour real quick. Got a little chair over here now too. That's crazy. You can actually see the actual camera as well. What I love with the Insta360 is I do have the ability to do some presets. So there's BTS Zoom. So I zooms in on my it's kind of over the shoulder. I'm like, hey, come on in. I want you to see what I'm doing here. Rodecaster Pro. Let me turn that towards you real quick. But that's what I love about the Insta360. I see your question, Brian. I'm going to grab it in just a second. And so this also gives you a little bit better idea of what I see, right? You can see my headphones behind me now, but generally from the main camera, you can't see that. He says, been looking for that bag. Where did you get that bag? What bag are you talking about? Oh boy, David, you're going to get yourself in trouble. Just make sure wifey knows it wasn't me. Are you talking about this bag over here? Is that bag? Is that the bag you're talking about? Is that the bag you're talking about, David? Any thoughts on the DJI Mic 2? I have a lot of thoughts. Some of them are not traditional. I think that I think they missed they missed an opportunity with that particular microphone. I think DJI. What do we know DJI for? All right, let me get off of this camera. What do we know DJI for? We know DJI for drones to begin with, right? Phenomenal drones. They also have some pretty dope gimbals as well. Am I saying that right? I think so. But the microphone, I think they really they cornered that market. That wireless square type microphone, they'd kind of gotten to that punch first. But I believe that, yeah, see, she says drones. He says, yes, it's that bag. But yeah, I believe that they got to that market first, but they didn't do some things. And in this latest iteration of the DJI mic, I believe has anybody seen the Hollyland Lark M2? Like, in my opinion, now there are some things. It is definitely a consumer grade. I wouldn't even say prosumer, definitely not professional. It is consumer grade, but you have to understand that most people are at the consumer grade. Like, I'm making recommendations. I'm not recommending the DJI. Not doing it. I can't even recommend the Rode Wireless Pro 2. Like, who's using those sync features from a consumer level, even prosumer? Are you syncing up cameras with the Rode Wireless Pro? No, you're not. And so there's something to be said for making a product that is for a particular target market. And if you take a look at the Hollyland Lark M2, you're going to see that device checks a lot of boxes. There is a pendant joint on there. If you were catching the live video news, you heard me kind of rant about this a little bit. There's a little pendant joint, like a little chain, and then the mic literally sits in here, and that's your microphone. It's a little shorter, so it sits up about right here, right? About right here. But that's your microphone. Imagine that being your microphone. You hang that on somebody's neck, tell them to take a few steps back, plug in this little module. It's a little module that you put on the bottom of the phone. Click. And the reason why I like that is because when I have my phone in the gimbal and I have something hanging off, it's hard to, do the different things that the gimbal is supposed to do because there's something hanging off of it. But if I have that joint just clicked in like a little speaker on the bottom of the phone, boom, it's about that big. All right. It's on there. Now I have it on my gimbal. I'm able to record that person. I'm getting good, clean audio. The mic doesn't look like a mic, so most people can't even tell where the audio is coming from. It's crazy. Then there's a magnet piece. You can put them. What they've done with that bundle, in my opinion, everybody's going to be chasing after them. And this is what the industry needs to recognize. We want it all. Like, just cover all the bases. And I think that's what Hollyland has done with that bundle. It's like $179 for that bundle. Stupid cheap, in my opinion. You get the adapter for an iPhone. You get the adapter for an Android. The adapter for Android works for the iPhone as well if you have the latest iPhone, because now they're using USB-C. Okay, that's a whole nother rant for another time because y'all done got me started. And then you have the little pendant joint. You have the connector to put it on your camera. So it also works with the DSLR. What? It's a game changer. It's a game changer. And how do you connect it to an Android phone? You connect it with USB-C. You know what else is USB-C? A computer, your MacBook. Are you seeing what I'm saying? You could connect that thing to anything, and it just works. So again, that's where those are some of my thoughts. Let me leave it alone. The noise cancellation on the videos I've seen seem too good to be true. So I think DJI is going to do well where some of those traditional things are concerned. But now I'm not gonna lie. I've watched a ton of videos where some of these mics are concerned. I was just kind of like, wow, we are entering an era. It has never been a better time to be a content creator. Everyone is catering to you. And do you know why everyone is catering to you? Because they know you're making money. And so if you're not making money, the people who are selling to you think you are. That's why I said 179 is stupid cheap. Now somebody's out there saying, oh, 179 is not cheap, Kirk. Yes, it is. I just got my YouTube check yesterday. I'm just going to leave it. And I don't have that many subscribers. I just got my YouTube. I can grab that mic system with one YouTube check and have a little bit of coin left over. Not a whole lot of coin left over, but for 180, I have a little bit of coin left over. And I don't have a big YouTube channel. I don't have a lot of views and watch time. So I can only imagine what some of my colleagues with larger views, with larger watch time, what types of checks they're getting. And again, with affiliate sales, with course content, there's just so like consult session is, are you seeing what I'm saying? The creator economy, y'all done got me started. The creator economy is an economy. And the larger it gets, the more advancement we're going to see in technology. Abraham said, hey, have you heard about Prism Live Studio? I was like, yeah, I have heard about it multiple times. So many people have messaged me like, when are you going to cover Prism? I was like, well, I don't really do OBS, but I'm going to check it out because it's a tier 3 streaming application. Tier 3, meaning you install it on your computer. That's a game change. That's a whole unlock code. I need that in my life. I need that in my life. All right. I've been neglecting my comments. So let me go ahead and do that. All right. Is that the Elgato board? Are you referring to, what's the best thing to do here? Top down is the best thing to do. So are you referring to this? If you're referring to this, then yes, this is the Elgato Stream Deck. And yes, it is a game changer for me. If you're referring to this, right, I'm going to just point to the bottom corner of it. You're talking about the Rodecaster Pro. This is the first version of it. I don't really need anything else on this desk. But if that's what you're referring to, then that's not Elgato. That's the Rodecaster Pro. So, but I just wanted to be able to kind of showcase what we're talking about here. There's one of the things I always say to folks, we don't have to break the bank to be able to do some of these things. All right. I think that is the Rodecaster Pro is what David Hunt says. Good looking out. There is an Elgato Stream Deck on the desk for switching scenes and overlays. David Hunt, you're just doing all of my work. Shout out to the coin, Kirk. Definitely gonna flip the bag. Come on, flip the bag. Let's go. If you're creating content, you're not creating content with one of, even if it's not your primary goal, but your sub goal should be for you to be self-sustained. You should be able to self-sustain. Like, I am paying a video editor to edit my videos. The money I am bringing in from content should allow me to pay that video editor, and it does. The money I'm bringing in from creating content should allow me to pay my virtual assistant, and it does. So at a certain point, you want it to just break even. But after a while, you want it to not only break even, you want it to leave a little coin for the next month. And if you're not plugging into the economy, you'll never be able to take advantage of that. Somebody told me if you never treat it like a job, you'll never get paid. Truer words have never been said. If you never treat it like a job, you actually can't get paid. Oh gosh, because you know, one of the first things they do when they onboard you at a job, the HR department's going to ask you to set up your direct deposit. Oh, okay, Kirk, it's time to go. We're starting to feel some morning motivation vibes right now. What is Elgato? Elgato 24-Hour Boss is a company that is completely and totally focused on streamers. Whether they are businesses, whether they are gamers, it doesn't matter. They are focused on streamers. And so This is their website, elgato.com. And it's crazy the stuff that they have here. They've created an entire ecosystem of things that are specifically created with the streamer in mind. Yes, you could say content creator as well, but they're mainly focused on streamers. That's why I love Elgato, because Elgato is me. I am Elgato. But this is a light that they have. I just showed you some soundproofing that they have. I didn't even know they did soundproofing. I haven't been on their website in a while. This is a light. This is this teleprompter? This is the best teleprompter on the planet. And you can't even get it because it is so sold out. Because when Elgato goes to do something, they do it with a very unique target market in mind, and it is you and me. So it is not just a teleprompter from the sake of a generic teleprompter's sake. This is a teleprompter that is created with the streamer and the creator in mind. Crazy stuff. USB cord, plug in, and now you have an additional monitor in this teleprompter. It's mind-boggling. I see you, my English gig. So definitely love that you're hanging out with us. Here is the Elgato Stream Deck Plus. And then they would go back to this other thing. This is the Stream Deck that I have a bigger version on my desk, but there's just so many different things. Of course, they are the first ones that came out with the capture card. There's so many other capture cards available now, but the idea is Elgato is a company that is completely and totally unapologetically sold out to streamers. Look, they even have a green screen. Look. Okay, so capture devices, all of these capture devices, they have them. Epoch Cam is an application that you can use to put on your phone and your computer, and it turns your phone into a webcam. Yeah, it's a whole different world. They have all these mics and mic stands and mic arms and pop filters. They have Stream Decks, all of these Stream Decks. I love them. You can even use the Stream Deck mobile app on your phone to be able to do some of the switching that I'm doing today. You have lights. You have green screens, you've got mounts, then you of course have merch. But the whole idea is that this is Elgato. If you wanted to know, that's Elgato. And Elgato is one of those companies that I believe is really focused in on one particular target audience. Let me see what we got here. Maybe other guys know this, but please tell us about the setup that allows you to look right at the camera. Oh, I just talked about the teleprompter, and so now you're asking about it. So let me see if I can zoom in on this. There it is. So this is my BTS shot. I'm gonna try and zoom in. BTS zoom. I'm gonna zoom in more. So it's a little grainy right now, but you can see it. This is the teleprompter. The teleprompter is the hood and the mirror and the tray. That's what we call the teleprompter. In fact, I'm going to push this to the side so we can kind of engage a little bit better. There we go. So now you can see me. Hello. You can see me looking at my stuff here. All right. So what up? This is the teleprompter. The teleprompter is what's on top of the tripod. So the tripod is on the bottom. That's the orange and black stuff there. Teleprompter is sitting on the tripod. And then on the back side of this glass that you see in front of me, which is a mirror, by the way, is my camera. The camera is looking directly at me through what is a glass. And so what you're actually looking at is the screen in the tray right here. That's the screen. And that screen has a functionality in it to be able to flip its orientation so that when I'm looking at the mirror, I can see the things that are on the screen the way that I can read them. So all your comments are on this screen. So my English bag, I see your comment here. I see 24-hour boss comment here, and I see on their next podcast, and he says, "This is the last question." I love it. You guys got warmed up late, but this is what this is Coaching Corner is all about. So this is a teleprompter. My camera is literally there. My notes are on the screen. I can see a video, a small window of what my production screen looks like. So what all of you are seeing online, I can see what that looks like here. I can see your comments here. And so all of that is on this screen. If I want, I can drag Zoom over to that screen. If I want, I could grab StreamYard, drag it over to that screen. If I want, I can drag anything, because it is a full secondary monitor for my Mac Mini Pro. So my English gig, let me know if there's anything else I can answer there, but it is a teleprompter and the camera is behind it. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of context in terms of what we're seeing here. I'm going to go ahead and flip that. This is so dope. Wow. Thank you. I'm glad to be able to share. I'm going to flip this around. So this, you can see my other camera is still here. Come on, Kirk, let's get this going. There we go. Let's put this let's put this right underneath Coaching Corner. There it is. All right. So that hopefully answers your question. But that's what the teleprompter is. That's what it does. And it does a really good job. It allows me to maintain really good eye contact, because I'm not looking over here and over here and over here to see stuff. I put the things that I need to see on this monitor, and then I'm good to go. And then with the Stream Deck, I'm able to control my streaming software. So if I go over to another screen, like I did earlier, right? I went over to another screen. We go back here. Where am I going here? Where am I going? I don't want that page. Let's go with this one. Go back to home. That'll do. So if I go to this other screen, I'm looking at you can see it in my secondary monitor. You can see what I have on this secondary screen, but I can still see what is in my production. I can see your comments. I can see that David Hunt just responded to on their next podcast. I can see all of those things there. And if I want, I can hit next scene. And now I have my screen up because I've already staged it. And I know what that next scene is. So between the teleprompter and the Stream Deck and, just the way that I've configured my room, it has really helped me to create this seamless experience so that you can it's almost like having somebody literally in the room with you, sitting next to you, because I can show you everything without getting up. Like, real talk. I'm gonna go back to this screen real quick, and I'm going to flip the two cameras again. And I did this earlier, but I can literally take you around the whole office. So I'm going back to this one. We zoomed all the way out, and now I can just kind of take you around. Let me show you. So David Hunt, we're gonna show you that bag one more time. I can just take you around the office. It's literally like being able to be in here. You have a full vantage point of all the different things that, different views and things that you can see here. I have a whole second desk, and I record my live video news from that desk. You can see my wall of fame, all of the different people that I've been able to take selfies with. Eric Thomas is on that wall. Zanella and Becky is on that wall, one of the former first ladies of South Africa. There's so many people on that wall, people that may not mean much to you, but they mean something to me, and every last one of them remind me of something. That's why I call it my wall of fame. You can see my How It All Works street sign over here, because you can kind of see it. Let me move my camera. Okay, now you can see it. That's my How It All Works street sign, because my family got that for me for my birthday one year. A whole street sign that says How It All Works. I love it. But this is how I'm utilizing it, and it has really been a great help for me. So hopefully that's helpful to you as well. Let me see. I know I missed on their next question. It says, last question. How do you pin a link to the live chat when broadcasting it? I do that on the mobile. I can't do that in my I can't do that. In fact, let me tell you how I really do that. I do that by giving out the blue wrench. Do you see David Hunt and Equip Institute have that blue wrench when they comment? That's because they're moderators. I'm going to put their comment up. You see that? Oh, moderators can't? I thought moderators could. All right. Well, because I don't know about that, David. I've pinned the link for some. Can you try it now? Yeah, let's test it out. I thought that you could, because I'm a moderator, unless they made me more than a moderator, but I'm a moderator on my church channel and I pin links all the time. I hope that works. But the way that you do that is I'm always often monitoring the stream from my phone. And so I can actually take, I can actually go ahead and pin a comment right here just by hitting one of the comments, and it says right there, pin message, and I can pin the message. It's also good to just kind of monitor on your phone, your live stream, just turn the volume down and monitor on the phone so that you can do several things. Equip says on the phone, I'm not able to pin a comment. Wow. Okay. K-Walk Comedy says you can provide links. I know that they can do links, but I thought you could pin comments. Okay, she says you just tested it. That's actually thank you for the question, because I didn't know that. I thought you could pin them. I know you can put links in, but I thought you could pin them. I can definitely pin them because I'm the host, but I thought I could delegate some of that access to my moderators. I'm going to check into that. I might ask you to test that again, Florence or David Hunt. I might ask you guys to test that again. But yeah, thank you for that question. This is why I love questions, because sometimes you may have a certain mindset or thinking like, oh yeah, that'll work, that should work, and then when you test it, it doesn't. And so this is why let's figure it out together is the subtagline for the How It All Work community. So we're excited to be able to share that. JJS Tech is on the live. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us today. We got 20 people just chilling midday, doing their thing. I gotta get out of here in a few minutes. Gotta love water. Drink more water. Oh my gosh. Have any of you guys seen the I'm saying that incorrectly. Yeah, have any of you guys seen the morning motivation for that was dropped this morning? Yeah. I hope you have, because in that morning motivation, there is a clip. Ooh, having mint tea with pomegranate. Ooh, I like that. There is a clip in that morning motivation of me with one of my earlier videos on the channel. And I have to tell you, it's definitely a blast from the past. Let me show it to you. This is a clip. It's in today's morning motivation, and my video editor grabbed a clip from that. I was talking about a particular video in this morning motivation, and he grabbed this clip. Oh my word, this is so crazy. So you see that the Wall of Fame has been around for a long time, but in fact, when I was CIO, I had the Wall of Fame up in my office, but this is so crazy that he was able to grab this clip. I need to go back and watch. I've been doing E005's 31-day challenge, and the two are both happening at 6:30 a.m. my time. Got you. No worries, K-Walk. I believe I saw you on the Ecamm Town Hall, and I think you won something. Am I remembering that correctly? If I am, then congrats to you, because I think you won some swag, like a bag or a hat or something from Ecamm, if I'm remembering that correctly. But if you get a chance to watch this one, it's an 11-minute video, y'all. It's not that long, but I'm telling you, even I had to crack up laughing looking at this video. Like, what did I do? Why did I tell him to go and grab this video? Please don't do that again. Oh man, it is just amazing to me to know that yeah. It's amazing to me to know that you can have listen, I was using a Logitech C920 webcam, a Logitech C920 webcam when I did this video. This video has like 40,000 views, something like that. When I did this video, that I was using Ecamm. It's just, there are so many people who look at what I have now and they think that's what it takes in order to make it. No, I've built this because I wanted the convenience of being able to do certain things live. And I built it slowly and over time. I've been at this for a number of years. And so this is show the progress and the growth is what Florence is saying. But this is why I have this showing up on the screen, and I probably need to take it off now. If you want, you can just go over to howitallworks.com. That's where I went to. Howitallworks.com has the latest morning motivation on there, and it's titled Problems Are Opportunities in Disguise. This section right here is your morning motivation. Definitely want to make sure you guys get a chance to check that out. You can listen to it on Spotify, but you're going to want to watch it. You're going to want to see the video. I am just tickled by this screenshot that he was able to put in there. He did a different one too. And I know Kanik is watching. My wife is watching. And I don't think she's seen this yet. So look at this one. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. No, I don't think this is the one. Well, anyway, this is from the bridge. There was another one that he showed. It was like me and the kids. I don't know. I could be looking at this wrong. This is why you got to build a team. You got to build a team. Where's my, what in the world? Okay, let's do this the easy way. There it is, frame.io. All right, so nah, it's not this one. It's under No, it's not under YouTube videos. It's under morning motivation. And maybe it's the last one. Yes, it is. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go to the watch page. Okay, what keeps you from getting started? So this is the one. I'm going to click it and it will come up in this other part here. I'm going to pause it here, get rid of the playlist and go, just kind of scrub through a little bit. See if I can't find that one screen. Kanik, I don't know if you've seen this. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Look at that. From whence we've come. From whence we've come. I have just been tickled. I have just been tickled by, I see your comment on their next podcast. I think that, so first of all, I when I coach people, I tell them, don't start building out a team before you know how to do all of the things yourself. You need to know how to do all those things and document your secret sauce, document your way of doing them so that you have your SOPs in place and then you begin building out a team. But one of the real cool things about building out a team is that they get to put their own creative touch to it as well. I did not ask him to put this in here. He said to me, hey, do you have any older videos? I was like, yeah, I've got plenty. And I sent him a playlist. I didn't know what he was asking for. And now I'm seeing these clips showing up in my morning motivation produced shows. And it's such a, imagine watching your own content. Like, this is my video that I recorded and laughing because there's an Easter egg in there that you weren't expecting. That is the magic of having a team. And that's what I mean. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let me see. Let me go back and look at some of this. Okay, K-Walk Comedy says that has to be a good feeling to see where you were and how far you've come. Praise to progress. I love it. I love it. And David Hunt is just telling you guys where I'm finding all of this on howitallworks.com. So you don't have to go searching for it. You don't have to go to my YouTube channel and start trying to figure out where is all this stuff. It's all here. And I have this page, the watch page, I have it in order. So these are the latest 2 live morning motivations. This one is the today's produced morning motivation. You can always tell what they look like just based on the thumbnail. The produced ones have the 3 bars, which is our brand, by the way. Again, it's a whole other cheat code if you're really following, but our brand has the 3 bars on there. The Why I Go Live podcast has the 3 bars all the way across, whereas the morning motivation has them split. All right. The morning motivation produced has it split, whereas the live ones, we use the same ones every single time. Is your editor available for new clients? Unfortunately, no. I listen, Camille Nash TV says, wonderful to have found you. I love when people find, I love when people find when the algorithm works to our favor, but he's not. But I can tell you, I can share with you how I came across him, and I'll be honest, the best relationships, from whether you're looking for a virtual assistant, a video editor, graphic designer, the best relationships are those where you grow with them. I have members of my team, not this person particularly, but there are members of my team who I've actually sent for training. I've actually found different conferences and said, hey, you should check this out. You should go here, and here's some of the things I want you to look into. I was a CIO with 60 people in my downline. I know people development, and one of the things that content creators do not do enough of is to find someone who has the hunger and the drive and develop them into the resource that you want them to be. And then in a lot of the cases, I'll tell you this, I'll be very open with you. I ensure that they open their own business. I don't just want to hire them and have them as a worker. I want to ensure that if they have latitude in their schedule, that they can take their skills on the road. But what ends up happening when I do that, a lot of times they keep their business and then they're still hired by me. And so anybody else that wants to use them, in this case, like I said, I've asked him multiple times. So many people ask me, does your editor want to take on more people? But in a lot of cases, they will take on other clients to their business in a very limited capacity. But whereas with me, they're hired on full time. Does that make sense? I see Florence is agreeing. I do agree. Real cheat code is developing people. That's it. There are things that you cannot build into people. Attention to detail, a passion for the work. Like if I had a video editor once that didn't like to edit video, and I actually don't like to edit video. So the two of us can't not like editing video. Like that's not a thing. I can't have a video editor who doesn't like editing video. So there's got to be a passion for the work. I can't grow that. Now the guy that we are working with now, he's phenomenal. We will peruse the internet, looking at different brands, different YouTube channels, and say, man, I like how they're doing their branding. I like how they're doing their scene changes, like how they have that sound effect when things come in and out. I don't know if you guys have been noticing those kinds of things, but those are all now things that you're seeing in our content here on the channel, How It All Works. So I'm excited to be able to share some of that stuff with you. Camille Nash says, I will be sharing your content on all my platforms today. Wow. Camille Nash, thank you for the vote of confidence. I truly appreciate it. I would love to, I'm going to go check out your channel right now, because I want to know what is Camille Nash TV? I want to know. And I see you're doing well. 140 videos, 2.8K subscribers. You're doing well. I see that you're utilizing. Oh, I like this, Camille. Oh yeah. The Power of Networking featuring Dr. Will Moreland. I like it. And I see you're repurposing some of your content. Looks like you're using You using vertical with StreamYard, or maybe it's something else. A previous editor I developed, now haughty and attempting to count my pocket. So now looking to expand. This is an unfortunate reality in the creator community. It's a reality, but it's another reason why I usually have a couple on deck. I would love to be a guest. Can somebody drop my email in the chat? If not, I can type it. We got moderators, but I don't mind being a moderator. info@howitallworks.com. I don't even know if I typed that right because I can't see it. Yeah, it is right. Okay, so that's the email. Drop us a line, and we can do the guest thing. My team answers that email address, but that's always better. Secondly, the comment right above you from Equip Institute, which is Florence. Florence, I'm going to be on Florence's show next month, so I'm super excited about that. So yeah, I love guesting on shows, and I'll send you some other information as well, Camille. I don't know how far you are in your journey, if there's anything that we can do to help you get unstuck, but I'd love to be able to work with you in whatever capacity that makes the best sense. But I love what you're doing. I see what you're doing. I see it. You know, this there's a particular episode here. Prince Charming is not coming. I love this. I love what you've done here. Okay, let me go ahead and show it. So let me go ahead and pull this up, and we'll put that down there. I like it. It's the design of it that I like. You have an overlay. What I would imagine or assume is an overlay. Why is my joint, gonna play me now with the circle? Why are we spinning? Okay, cool. But the overlay goes over the video right here. You see this, right? I love that. That's what I call being creative. And here's the thing, people don't like, this is a background. What I want y'all to see, that this is a background, but the background has lights that's shining onto the two videos. I do this all the time, and it's something that I have actually said in my videos. I try to find something that's going to shine onto the videos. That's such a hack. I don't know what platform you're using. It looks like it might be StreamYard, but it could also be Restream. I'm not certain, but this is cool. This is cool, Camille. I like this. So I'm gonna come back to my main screen here, but yeah, this is pretty dope. Kirk, you know that we are 15 seconds behind you. Oh snap, my bad. You have to give us time to get it. That's on me, David Hunt. That's on me. Equip Institute was quick on the draw too. She came with that email address quick, fast, in a hurry. But Camille, if you're still there, I just want to say thank you for coming through. No. You're not calling this. This is good. I think this is good. She said, call myself editing. Okay. She says, yes, StreamYard. Okay. Yeah. I like it. I think, and, there's a couple of things here that I would definitely touch on. One of the things I want you to know, Camille, is that the Coaching Corner on Wednesdays, every Wednesday at noon, we go live with the Coaching Corner. Every other Wednesday, I do have a guest, somebody who has signed up for a free coaching session. All right. So we get a chance to do a deep dive on their channel, look at their content, look at their streaming, give them tips, tricks, best practices. It's one of the things that I do to assist people to get unstuck, but also to showcase what it looks like to be in a coaching session with me. And so we offer that for free. And again, if you put that in your email, say, hey, I'd love to have Kirk as a guest on my show, but I'm also interested in a free coaching session. If you put that in your email to info how it all works, my assistant will send you back all the details pertaining to how you can get a free coaching session. And maybe you're not interested in a free coaching session. A lot of people, I can't tell you how many people have watched the Coaching Corner with Kirk, and they have just decided, I think that's dope, but I want no parts of it. I want an actual coaching session, and that's okay too. So here's a session. This is a session that I did. Okay. There we go. This is a session I did with Retro Philosophy Show, Sheldon McIver. We had him come on and we actually walked him through getting some of his sound stuff situated. We looked at his YouTube channel, gave him some tips, tricks, best practices, and pointers. But all his content is on howitallworks.com. And so you can check that out. And again, if you're interested, you can just drop an email to info@howitallworks.com. And again, like I mentioned to those before, if you're not interested in having it live, and you can absolutely go ahead and pay for a session. It's no big deal. So many people are paying for sessions right now because they keep on seeing this coaching corner with Kirk, which is one of my strategies. So, I believe that your live stream is your digital storefront. I'm gonna just let that sink in. There's no greater way to go from busy and broke to peaceful and paid than for your ideal client. Let me come live. Then for your ideal client to see you do your thing, to see your secret sauce, your genius on display while live. Because when you're live, man, you can't fake that thing. You can't fake it. Somebody asked me a question. If I can't answer that joint, I can't answer that joint. Now, when they see you do your thing live, it's dope. All right. Yes, I got the email. Thank you for the feedback. Camille says, the UMG channel says, what's up? What's going on with you? I love it. Equip Institute says, text expander hack. I love it. I need to get with David Hunt to get my Nightbot set up so that I can have people type things in the chat and have them come up. But anyway, guys, we've had a blast today. It's been where are we at? We're right at 2 hours. Imagine that. And I've got some more. I've got at least 3 videos to upload, and get them scheduled for the next week as we prepare to start launching on the Why I Go Live podcast on Facebook, because we have a How It All Works Facebook page, and I want to be able to put some content on that page. We're going to be doing shorts and reels and different things like that on that page, but we also want to be able to put the Why I Go Live podcast there. The morning motivation, that also lives on my Kirk Nugent Speaks page. Maybe you haven't seen that page. That's okay. You listen, it's too much to try and follow everything. Wherever you watch it is wherever you watch it, and that's okay. But the Kirk Nugent Speaks page, if I can show that to you real quick, this is what that page looks like. Oh, I didn't realize that was going to look like that. All right, let me make it bigger. This is what the page looks like, and you can see the morning motivation. It dropped on the page at the same time, 6 a.m. this morning. And so we have content that will be in these different places. Morning motivation also will live on my LinkedIn page as well. So we're having a lot of fun with these platforms, and they are having impact. I had a lady comment on the latest episode of the Why I Go Live podcast. And she said, let me see if I can find it, because, seeing is believing, as they say. Seeing is believing. So let's go back to dashboard and let's go to comments. Latest comments, view more. All right. Let's go here. Not the ones that haven't responded to. That one. Here we go. There it is. This one right here. Let's make this big. Okay, there we go. So this is the comment right here. It's at the bottom. From Married and Committed. They are saying, I am even more convinced we need to go live with our podcast. Editing has been a pain. And if you watch that particular episode of the Why I Go Live podcast, you'll know that particular episode is where we talked about how live video saved their podcast, how it saved their podcast, because they were doing so much editing, it wasn't going to be sustainable. And for some of you, that might be the thing. The reason why we put out the Why I Go Live podcast is because I want people to hear the reasoning behind it. And when you hear the reasoning, you start to say to yourself, I'm in the same shape, or maybe that'll work for me. And I'm telling you, if you take the challenge, if you take the plunge, it can be beautiful. It can be amazing what is possible when you decide to take a bet on yourself and go live. When you decide to take a bet on yourself and go live, I think it'll change your entire outlook on life. David Hunt, that is not the playlist for morning motivation. So I'm just letting you know, you're putting a link out there that's only for the M3 Live tribe. That's not the playlist for morning motivation. You guess that, listen, I'm directing everyone to howitallworks.com. So I haven't said that to you. That's on me. But when you go to that link, it's going to take you to the full morning playlist that is played live, the hour-long videos. It's not going to take you to the actual morning motivation playlist. So it is the right playlist. It is a playlist. It's just not the one that I want to advertise. That playlist is just for those who know. And listen, you got to have some exclusivity. If you don't show up early in the morning, then you don't know about that playlist, and you don't get to know about that playlist. Does that make sense, y'all? Like, FOMO is the name of the game. If you haven't picked up on it, everything I'm sharing right now is game. It's all game. It's all things that you can. I'm not just explaining my process. I'm giving you hacks. Yeah. So everything I'm sharing right now is game. Wow, the way you've evolved your studio and your show, Kirk. Thank you so much. My English gig. Thank you so much. It has absolutely evolved over time. It's grown slowly, and that's what I like to show people. It's like, it didn't happen in 1 month. It happened over time. It happened over time. And David, you know, it's nothing but love, brother. That's on me. I should have made that clear. But that link is really just if you notice, I don't usually share that link unless it's in the morning. I don't share that link any other time, because that link is just for the live crew. Those that are watching the replay, thank you for coming through and hanging out. And if you made it 2 hours into the video, you deserve whatever you're gonna get. If you find that Easter egg in the video, you deserve it. You deserve it, because you watch long enough. You deserve it. But for those who watch live, you know, most people, it's 2 hour videos. Ain't nobody watching that unless it's live. You had to have been hanging out with us. And that's why Camille is saying it right now. You have shared big game. And I'm glad for it. I'm glad for it. I wish, listen, this is why I do coaching, because I recognize that people do not think the way that I think. And I mean, I had a coaching call with a client, and she brought 3 members of her team on, and she paid for an hour session. And in the first 15 minutes, I shared something with her and her team, just a simple shift in perspective on how they were looking at approaching a particular campaign. And as soon as I said it, she was like, that's it. She said, okay, clear the tables. She said, I want you guys to stay with him for the next 45 minutes and just hash out, put some meat on the bones for the skeleton of that idea he just shared. And she disconnected from the call and left. And I stayed on the call for the next 45 minutes with her team, just hashing out the details around the idea I had just given them. Because people who see that's what you said. It's so critical what you just shared there, Camille. Not everybody realizes when game is being shared. That's why it has to be said sometimes. I'm not just telling you, hey guys, go to howitallworks.com, because I want you to go to howitallworks.com, even though I do want you to go to howitallworks.com. I'm telling you, this is the game. Yeah, this is the game. Have a show page where it's a one-stop shop and people don't have to scrounge around the web to find the latest stuff from you. They don't have to go looking in YouTube when the algorithm decides to shift and they no longer get your notifications. Am I right, David? Because David has been a subscriber of mine since the beginning, and he doesn't get my notifications anymore. So what I tell him to do, I said, bookmark this page. And when you bookmark this page, you always have the latest. Oh yeah, today's Wednesday. Should be a morning motivation. Bang, there it is. Oh yeah, he did say he was doing a series of shorts called What If. Let me go and check those out. Bang, there it is. Why Go Live podcast, Coaching Corner with Kirk. Latest YouTube videos on how to do something specific. This one happens to be on utilizing vertical streaming and StreamYard. It's all here. Mailing list here. watch page here, coaching here. it's all here. This is game. This is game. This is what it is. And when people are able to easily consume content, I know from a conversion standpoint, from a marketing standpoint, the more people consume my content, the more they're ready to do business with me. The more they're ready to, I need to do so-and-so. Let me hit up Kirk. Thank you for hitting me up. Let me hit up Composition. How did they create that website? Let me look at the bottom of that web page, that howitallworks.com. Who did that? All rights reserved, site by Composition. Isn't that Kirk's company? Yes, it is. Oh, okay. Now I know what I need to do. Okay. Let me just go ahead and work with them. It's all game. It's all game. If you didn't get the link, come on and get it live. I hear you, kind sir. I started watching and subscribed to your channel since you were less than 1,000 subscribers. Kudos to you. EBM Scholars, do you know we are nearing 8K? We are like right on the cusp of 8,000 subscribers. So I just want to say a word of thanks to you for coming through, hanging out, and for being one of those subscribers way back in the day when we were, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Okay. When we were trying to make our way towards 1,000, I remember those days. I did a major push trying to get people to subscribe so we could hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And then now look where we are. This is what God will do. Grateful. All certified game on their next podcast. Such a blueprint and roadmap being given out. Yes, facts. Bookmark this page. Simple but solid. Bookmarking is easier than subscribing. Let me stop. Okay. If someone wants to have like an hour paid consultation with you, how much and where to book for that? You would simply go same place, howitallworks.com. And you just go to, you know what? I'm going to send you to a different place. I'm going to put something in the chat for you, just for you, EBM Scholars. This link is just for you. And when I say just for you, what I really mean, it's for anybody who is just like EBM Scholars. https://KirkRNugent.live/book me. That's the link. KirkRNugent.live/book me. Yeah, you can grab an hour of time on my calendar right now and pay for the session all at that link. So I want to thank you. Look, David Hunt, you already had it. Thank you, sir. Thank you. My bad. I know you're 15 seconds behind. I got to remember that. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, David Hunt. Okay. KirkRNugent.live/Calendly. No. KirkRNugent.live/book me. You got it right. You got it right that second time. That other link. Let me put it up here for you, EBM Scholars. This is the link, KirkRNugent.live/book me. And so he or she says, got it, going to do that. Gracias. Let me see what Camille talking about. She says, congratulations on being an eagle and planting seeds to change people's trajectory in life and business. Oh, I received that. Have you been here for morning motivation? I'm sorry. I am sorry, Florence. I am sorry. I've got to stop. You guys have been so good. So I've got to stop. But that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. A client of mine said, man, a live stream, sometimes I mean, if you're live for 2 hours, you know, what's the return on that investment? I say, if I go live for 2 hours and I get 3 clients, if I get 1 client and that client does multiple business projects with me, is that not worth my 1 hour? He had to sit back in his chair and be like, oh, wow. And what did it cost me to go live? Did I pay for the internet? I have to pay for my streaming platform, I guess. But what did it cost me to go live? He was like, okay, say less. Say less. I need to figure out what you're doing because clearly there's a method to the madness. Yeah. JJS Tech says the system is working well. LOL. You got a good team. I'm trying to let the team do their work. I'm here messing my whole self up here, JJS Tech. My moderators are like, can we do this work though? Can you let us get this work? But I will say this to Florence, because one of our newer moderators, I have not given you the list. There's actually a Signal group that all the moderators are in. I need to get you in that. So I'm going to drop a line to you, hopefully today, just to see what number we can use. Have you ever used Signal? Anyway, we'll get all those details and we'll get you added to the Signal group. Because sometimes, like, before I go live, I'll just kind of put out, here's some of the links that I might be pushing today. And so you guys can have them as moderators and you can help. And if you can't, believe me when I say, if you can't make it, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. But I'd like to make sure you guys are equipped. And so you have not received that list from me. David Hunt has probably a number of links. He's been I want to say David Hunt, outside of my wife, Kanique, he's one of the longest moderators on the channel. So we he's one of the godfathers. I am a moderator on his channel as well. I just want to be clear. And he has a live show that he does Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays at 6 a.m. Eastern, which is 5 a.m. for me. And so when you see me go live at 6 a.m., Florence, a lot of times I'm coming from David's live stream where I was moderating for him. So we have that we go back and forth with that, where that's concerned. I love community. If you haven't been able to tell, I'm an hour and 13 minutes over my time. I should have gone offline long ago. And yet I'm still here. Why? Because I'm working. I'm checking boxes on my list and I'm able to help. I'm able to answer questions. EBM Scholar says, I have, here we go, over 167,000 subscribers, but I always learn a lot from you. And I want to take it to the next level in 2024. Ooh, I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. I don't want to say any more. I just want to say EBM. I love that. The piece of it that I love isn't the 167 subscribers, isn't the fact that that you say you learn a lot from me. And I appreciate that. I truly do. But the part that I love is the phrase, I want to take it to the next level. That's a prerequisite. Florence and I were talking earlier about how there's some things you can't teach. That right there, that I can't teach. The desire to want to go to the next level, can't teach that. Can't teach that. I've gotten rid of many coaching clients because they simply would not take the next step because they didn't know how. They had no desire to. They're paying. I got rid of them. I said, I'm not going to take any more of your money. You can come back to me when you're ready to review your first live show. Well, but I haven't gone live yet. I said, go fix that problem. You go live and you can come back because we will review your first live show. Yeah, that's how I set them up. I don't believe in turning away money. I just said to him, you go live. When you go live, come back and we will review your live show. And I'll give you tips, tricks, best practices for your next live show. And you can come back again when you've done your second one. I've had people who've never come back. I have people who've done their first live show. We do one review and they've never come back again. But what you just said right there, EBM Scholars, I want to take it to the next level. That is the unlock code. Many people don't want to take it to the next level and they don't want to be honest about that. They don't want to be honest about that. They don't want to be honest about that. All right. K-Walk Comedy says, I'm still here. Okay. Not getting a ton done, but I enjoy the community and the uplifting energy you bring to the live streaming space. This is me all day. Unfortunately, my family's like, yo, you got too much energy. In fact, for a long while in college and post-college, that was my name. My name was Energy. Anyway, it was said with a Jamaican accent. So you didn't just say energy like that. You had to say energy. Anyway, On their next podcast says, truly happy I've stumbled across your platform, Kirk. I know I'll get at least 3 new subs when I broadcast tonight. Come on. Come on. You broadcast tonight, even if I'm believing for more than 3 more subs, but that's not the point. The point is that you're betting on you. That's the point. That's the point. That's always been the point, is that you're betting on you. And as long as you bet on you, you can't fail. Ain't nobody else gonna bet on you. I can tell you that from experience. Okay. I really gotta go. 2:17. I really gotta go. So I'm gonna cut it here. I can't thank you enough for coming through and hanging out today. I'm gonna be checking my email to see, who all has followed up. I definitely gotta send you an email, Florence. Thank you so much for being with us today. Who else am I missing? EBM Scholars, I'm looking out for a message from you. Listen, K-Walk Comedy, I love it. I love it. Let me see here. Camille Nash TV, we got to connect. Real talk. I need it. We got to connect. I love what you're doing, and you're using StreamYard, which is one of my go-to platforms. And I love, we got to connect. EBM, listen, EBM, I've got to check out. Let me go check out your channel real quick. YouTube.com. It's my last thing I'm doing. It's the last thing I'm doing, and then I'm gone. Okay, I'm on there. Oh, I know exactly who you are. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love it. I love it. Oh, my word. Man, your content does phenomenal, bro. Same to you, man. This is dope. This is dope. Do you do content in Swahili as well? Oh, this is fire, Doc. That's another cheat code that I don't often say to people. When you are in the comment section like you are today, and there are 20 plus people on the live, click on the avatars. Check out those channels. See what these guys are doing. Yes, we absolutely will connect, sir. God always knows what we need. Yes, he does. I'm excited, man. I'm so excited. Yeah, I see that. That's why I said, do you do content in Swahili? That's awesome. I love it. Kidogo. Swahili Kidogo. I like it. I like it. I want some more of it. English channel and Swahili channel. I see it. You are doing the thing. That's what I love to see. I love to see it. I love to see it. All right. Rafiki. We'll see you in the next one, bro. I'm excited to connect with you. I don't know when we're going to connect, but I'm excited to connect. I lived on the continent for a little bit. I don't speak Swahili. I don't speak any of the African languages, but I can greet people in many of them. So I'm excited to see what you got going on. This is awesome. This is a community. This is what community is about. It ain't just about me on screen. It's about how we pull everybody together. And when we pull everybody together, those individual superpowers connect, and you can find whatever you need in the community. That's why we have the membership on YouTube. That's why we have the membership on the website. That's why we do what we do, because we're trying to grow together, fam. I am going to stop. You see, I said a couple of words. I knew he would pick up on it. I'm going to stop here. No, I don't know a lot of Swahili, just a couple of words. But I'm going to stop here. I cannot thank you enough for your time and attention today. My moderators will have my neck if I don't tell you that we have 25 people on the live. We only have 16 likes. So there's an imbalance somewhere that we would love to be able to rectify. But I can't thank you enough. Even if you don't hit the like button, I can't thank you enough for your time and attention today. It has absolutely been phenomenal. I love doing these types of settings where there's not much of an agenda, where you can kind of just engage, because you get so much from these. So definitely looking to keep this consistent. Every other Wednesday, want to meet in this space and be able to share with you guys what we got going on. You can share what you have going on. We can answer questions. We can take a look at some things. Look, I mean, the whole the whole studio is here at your disposal. You have questions of any sort, I would love to be able to answer those questions for you. If anything I'm doing can be of benefit to you, so that you can get unstuck and move to the next level, that's what I'm here to provide. And that's what this particular space is for. So keep it locked. If you're not a subscriber, consider it, but at least bookmark the page, howitallworks.com. Works is spelled with an E. It's your boy, Kirk Nugent, the Geek Speaker Preacher. Thankful for your time and attention today. And we'll see you around these internet streets or in the next video. Later, fam.